A while back I shaved my head, but just a few months later, this is what my hair looks like. Let's get into it. To understand how to speed up hair growth, we first have to understand how it grows. Here is a hair strand. This part up here is what we see on our heads, but all of the bottom part here is where the magic happens. And I stated in a few videos back, all of the products, the treatments, the things that we avoid, the things that we do to our hair doesn't make our hair healthier, it just prevents it from breaking down quicker. Everything that we do happens internally. And while that is one of the areas we're going to focus on today, there are some things that we can do externally that helps speed hair growth. Hair grows by forming new cells at the hair bulb. These cells stick together and harden. The full strand of hair develops from this group of hardened hair cells, and because the new hardened cells keep on attaching to the hair from below, it is gradually pushed up and out of the scalp. And hair grows because of the blood vessel attached to it, which is what delivers the oxygen and nutrients required for the hair to grow. Hair also grows in 3 different phases. The anagen stage is where 90% of our hair currently is, in its growth stage. At any given time, 90% of the strands of hair on our head is continuously growing, and they do so until they reach the 2nd stage, which they reach in 5 to 10 years. Catagen stage is then when the hair stops growing and it is simply attached at the root, but nothing is happening. It stays in this period for roughly 2 to 4 weeks. And finally, in the telogen stage is where the hair is then shed. And this is what attributes the 70 to 100 hair strands that we lose roughly every single day. If your hair tends to always stop growing at a certain length, there's a good chance that your anagen phase is simply shorter. And while hair and its growth is a predominantly scientific-based artifact, today I'm going to be teaching you 5 different ways to grow your hair quicker, longer, and healthier. Before we jump into this video, I probably should explain that when I shaved off all of my head, it made me be fully able to understand how our hair grows, and in my case, how it didn't grow. I did suffer from pretty dominant female pattern baldness around my temples, which made me realize that my hair growth probably wasn't where I wanted it to be. This is what made me research so many different techniques to improve my hair health and my hair growth. Everything that I'm going to recommend in this video is based on my experiences with dealing with noticeable hair loss and how I tackled it. Let's get into the video. Based on the knowledge that I just shared with you, the first product that I'm going to introduce to you to try is the Scalp Hero. Because of our understanding now that it is actually the blood vessels that carry the nutrients and oxygen to the hair follicle that makes our hair grow, to know that anything that kind of affects the blood vessels in our scalp can affect our hair growth, which is what this thing does. It is a unique scalp massaging device based on Ayurvedic principles, also the sponsor of this video. Scalp Hero's unique massaging techniques relieve the tension in your scalp and dilate the blood vessels underneath. With more blood flowing through your head, the follicle receives way more oxygen and nutrients, which promotes the growth of strong, thick, and healthy hair. The Scalp Hero has these massaging feet that when turned on will rotate and vibrate lightly. You can actually change the intensity of the vibrations depending on what you're feeling. It also comes with a red light therapy light. It helps further dilate the blood vessels. By using this on a regular basis, we are able to stimulate the blood vessels underneath to help improve our hair health. We are essentially giving it the best environment for it to grow. When used in combination with hair oils or serum, it also allows the product to work into the scalp or hair better, allowing the product to function better. It is fully waterproof, meaning you can use this on wet and dry hair. I prefer doing it on dry. However, you can also use this in the shower with your shampoo on if you also want to help loosen any product buildup on the hair shaft. My personal favorite feature of this is that it is incredibly relaxing, also able to help headaches and migraines. The unique combination of the massaging feet, the red light, and the 3 different vibration modes makes this probably one of my most enjoyable hair growth devices and hair devices overall, because it genuinely relaxes me so much, and it is one of Scalp Hero's most common testimonials. I have to jump in here because I did not give this product enough credit. I was filming the video. This thing, give it to me. Thank you.
I want it.
It's incredible. Like, forget the hair growth part. It helps with it, but I woke up with the biggest stiff neck today and I just held this right here. It's everything I said times 10, times 20. It is the most relaxing device ever. It absolutely feels amazing. If you want to try it out and directly improve your blood circulation, as well as work on de-stressing, I'm linking them down below, and for a limited time only, they are actually selling this for 50% off. No coupon code, there's nothing that you need to enter. It is simply at 50% off, and they're also offering free shipping to wherever you are. So if you want to give it a go, the link is down below. It is the best time to try it out. Tip number 2. Tackling hair growth from the outside is one thing, but tackling it from the inside is a whole other story, and it is one that I feel gets neglected a lot. Hair grows because of what we eat, because of the lifestyles that we lead. Anything that we consume internally is eventually going to affect us externally, our skin, nails, and hair. While there are a lot of products, tools, and techniques that you can try, let us not forget the internal vitamins and nutrients can increase the intake of to help our hair. Eggs are a great source of protein and biotin, two nutrients that are essential for hair growth. If we are on a diet that lacks protein, we can expect our hair growth to be affected. Biotin is then essential for the production of something called keratin, which is why a lot of hair gummies and supplements often feature the word biotin. It's because it contains it, because it helps produce the keratin. Berries are another type of food that also increase our hair growth. They contain vitamin C, which has great antioxidant properties and can help protect our hair follicles. Spinach, fatty fish, and nuts are another example of foods that we can increase the intake of to better aid our hair. If we're unable to get our vitamins and nutrients from food directly, hair gummies might be an alternative to replenish any nutrients that we are deficient in. Internal health is not something you should neglect if you want to focus on your hair. Remember, malnutrition and strict diets can very much restrict hair growth. Tip number 3. Scalp and hair serums might be something that you've recently started experimenting with because of its rise to fame on TikTok. Scalp oiling has become a term very widely used. There are many different ones that you can use that can increase hair growth. There are some oils that contain words that we're familiar with, like argan oil, and some that are more pharmaceutical, like minoxidil. Both of these aid the production of our hair. This one, for instance, contains something called proselenil, an AI-discovered ingredient that vastly helps improve the hair growth on our head. It works by directly targeting the hair follicles, and you can expect to see hair growth within 6 to 8 weeks. There are many different ones on the market, and depending on what you're after, you can pick and choose what product would suit you best. Tip number 4. So we know from Scalp Hero that massaging our scalp to stimulate our blood vessels is going to increase our hair growth. A very easy and effective way to do something like that is to simply massage our head ourselves. We can very easily use our fingers and really and truly work the product in, or we can even use something like a brush with very sturdy bristles to stimulate our hair. Brushing your hair from root to tip is not only going to detangle your hair, but it is also going to move your hair, stimulate your blood, and help your hair grow longer. Set up a massage sesh with you and your friends, get your Scalp Heroes, your oils, your fingers, and your brushes, and get to working so that you can bond and grow your hair. Tip number 5. This is going to be a no-brainer, but if you want to grow your hair longer, healthier, and stronger, don't damage the hair that already exists on your head. While this isn't something that I personally stick to because I am a bit of a wild card when it comes to hair, using protective hairstyles, not dyeing your hair too frequently, and avoiding the use of heat is still going to be very beneficial at not breaking down the existing hair that you worked so hard to grow. Properly wearing wigs, for instance, is going to allow our hair to be able to breathe underneath and not take a beating for around a week or so. Soaking your hair in tap water before going into a chlorine pool is going to prevent excess chlorine damage and also altering a hair color. If you're going to Iceland's Blue Lagoon, tie your hair up and also soak it in tap water and maybe wear a cap, using your treatment masks to continuously nourish and moisturize our hair and not overexerting the hair strands. Still everything that you can do to aid keep your hair in its best condition. While I really loved my buzz cut phase, having hair to play with again is a true joy and a true privilege. Value what you have and don't squander it. These are just 5 tips that I recommend if you are looking to completely revamp your hair and give it the best chance of growth. health, and strength. Every one of these is going to help further aid your hair growth. As I mentioned, I did link Scalp Hero down below so you can try it. It is a fantastic little device that makes your head feel incredible. It's like a head massager all in one, but also incredibly helps grow your hair. Try it out right now. It is linked below, 50% off, and it does offer free shipping, so give it a go. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, join the Stellar fam, and let's learn a thing or two together. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll give it a go, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!